Hello and welcome to Season 2 of the RCL GSC Championship. I am joined as usual by colleague and commentating partner, Matt.
Hello Danny. Season 2 is finally here after a couple of months break. It's good to be back.
Indeed. A few changes have been made since last season. We've got a fancy UI that you can already see on screen. New drivers, new point system.
New teams. And 6 minutes left of qualifying. 6.5.
Seems our current champion is on pole position at the moment with a 1:37.8.
Larsen is not too far behind him though. Only 0.136 behind. And on a lap at the minute.
And mirrors do actually work.
Larsen's also half a second up in this first sector. Second sector even.
Into the final bend. And across the finish line. 1:37.3.
Chris Cooper is just finishing off a lap for the newly formed TIFS motors. And he goes first.
1:37.1. Wow.
So currently it is Cooper and then Larsen and Ellis, followed by Ovey and Lee, and Andrew Jones rounds out the top 6. And then it would be Adrian Herrera and Richard Strom 7th and 8th. And that is the grid so far. James Reed is actually taking part in a 24-hour race at Le Mans this weekend, so he's not here. Matt Bai is not here. Askov is sunning himself in Spain somewhere. Tim Baraba's not here, Gary Kemp's not here. So a few drivers missing.
We gotta find out where Ashkoff is. Dave Ellis about to complete another lap.
I don't think it's going to improve though.
No, I don't think so. 1:37.4, 0.5?
0.4, yeah. There's a new personal best.
Stays on third. Jan Larsen beaten sector 2. Did he have a good exit out of that final corner?
It's looking good so far. Gonna cross the line to take pole, 136.9.
Chris Cooper on his final lap.
Strom has gone 6th with a new personal best.
Cooper doesn't improve the first sector. Ellis starts his final lap. Doesn't improve the first sector either. So it seems Larsen's going to take pole.
If I'm not mistaken, Larsen did the exact same thing at this track last season.
And let me guess, he didn't win.
No, he didn't. He was 2nd, I think.
His pole position was jinxed at the beginning of last season, remember?
Cooper goes across the line, stays where he is. In fact, Chris Cooper's not finished according to what I've told me. Ellis has finished, he stays 3rd. But if I'm not mistaken, I think this lap from Cooper will count if he crosses before we get to the race. He's lost time in the 2nd sector. It's going to be all about this final corner. Uses all the pit entries, sticks to the left hand side and takes pole.
Wow.
At 136.8.
Very good lap. And just on the final lap, so there's no response from, or there's no time for Jan Larsen to... Actually, the timing is still saying Larsen's on pole.
That's a good point, actually.
So maybe that lap from Cooper didn't count because it was off time. But anyway, both of them will start on the first row of the grid.
Well, according to in-game, Chris Cooper is on pole. 15 seconds until race start. and the safety car leads us around.
So it's
I think we actually have a contender for Ellis and Larsen this season.
and then it's Ovey. Joe. Interesting livery of Kramer's car.
So 50-minute race round Interlagos then.
About 30 laps.
Yep, seems about right. Probably about, yeah, 28, 29. And on to the final two corners. Season 2 of GSC by RCL will start very shortly. And that shortly is now.
Into the first corner, bit of contact between Larsen and Cooper there. Ellis trying to go for the overtake on the outside. As Cooper successfully goes round the first couple of corners, holding first position.
Larsen could be down the inside into turn 4, and he is. Ellis is going to follow him. I think there may have been slight contact. We've got Lee and Jones off in the background.
And Ellis takes the lead actually. Oh,
Cooper's round.
Oh,
Kramer straight into the side
nasty
of him.
accident there.
Jones is in the back of Kramer. I think Strom and Lee were involved in that as well.
Massive accident there. Luckily, it seems Cooper's still going.
Jones is off. He's managed to recover things. Cooper's all the way down in 8th now. Kramer's missing his rear wing. He's going to have to pit. Richard Strom's made his way up to 4th now, and then it's Larsen, Ellis and Ovey. Ellis looking to overtake going into turn 1 as we start lap 2. Push to pass enabled for both of these cars. I should think Ellis pulls out to the right hand side of the track. Doesn't make the move though.
So it seems season 2 starts where we left it on season 1.
I think Ovey's had a problem somewhere, you know. He's dropped back down to 6.
He might have been involved in that massive accident.
I think he did make it through, I'm not sure. As Strom has just got past a few cars. Lee looks like he's dropping back down the field at the minute. And he's 6th now. Ovey going down the inside of Herrera. Lee's going to follow it. UI seems a bit buggy today.
It's back now. Richard Strom is actually on 3rd.
Larsen sets the fastest lap, but Ellis is going down the inside into turn 1. And he's taken the position, I think. Larsen's going to try and hang it around the outside and have the inside for turn 3 and holds it. Kramer emerges from the pit lane just ahead of these two. There's just space there between Ellis and Larsen just. Kramer staying well out of the way. Ooh. Ellis dropping back slightly now from Larsen. Gap's up to 0.7. 45 minutes left to go though. Richard Strom's all over the back of Lee here. Lee moving to the inside to cover, coming into turn 4.
We've got a nice group of 5 cars here. Ovey on the inside. Ah.
Is he going to try around the outside here? He is. Is he going to make the move? He is.
Cooper's following him.
Oh, he's gone wide though.
Ooh.
Oh, slight contact.
Bit off car line there. What a battle we have between these 5 cars.
Herrera. Oh, Cooper down the inside of Strom, not quite enough room.
Herrera surprisingly keeping the pace with these guys.
We've got a yellow out there somewhere. Jones has gone round.
Now who's got pushed to pass here?
Indeed, Cooper looks like he might do. Pulls out onto the outside of Strom. Is he going to go right round the outside into turn 1?
Yeah, he's
Makes
made
the
it.
move stick.
Cooper probably trying to prove he's not a one-lap driver.
Especially after his spin on lap 1, I think it was. Which
Indeed.
caused chaos. Oh, Lee looks like he's a bit wide here. This is going to give Ovey a chance.
Cooper isn't that far behind.
Ovey trying to find a way through the inside, and Cooper going around the outside of everybody now.
Nearly makes it around.
You're going to have the inside line here, surely. That's Ovey's seen him. That puts Cooper into fourth. Ovey's not done though. Cooper, new driver for this season, and he's certainly proving he belongs here. Ovey with push to pass, I think.
Cooper manages to keep the Cooper.
Ovey closing again into turn 4 is wide though. Kramer's off in the distance there. Cooper looks like he's funning away, going around the outside of Lee. I don't think he'll finish it, but he's trying. Not quite real.
This is going to give a chance for Ovey to catch up.
Cooper trying the outside line again. Can't do anything with it so far.
But how much Ovey's caught up in a question of 2 or 3 corners.
Cooper pushed to pass shortly down the inside into turn 1. Is he going to get it slowed down? He's not. He's gone wide. It's going to give Ovey a chance now, surely.
Already on the slipstream.
Oh, the curve and a bit more. But no way into turn 4.
Is Cooper going to try the outside on the next corner again?
I think he's a bit too far back. He's sliding out wide and Ovey's gone off as well.
Probably following Cooper's slow.
Cooper's way out wide. Cooper's splitting again. And rejoins in 6th. So Cooper's got all that work to do again and a bit more. And his first target is going to be Herrera as we come onto the back straight.
Herrera seems to be using push to pass here.
Looks like it, he's just vanished into a decent gap now. Plenty of tyre smoke.
All things considering, Cooper didn't lose that much time in that spin-off.
No, he didn't. He's... what? I think he's about only 2 seconds away from Nigel Lee. He's spun it again though.
Well, that's definitely going to cost him a lot more time now.
Cooper perhaps pushing a bit too hard to try and make up the time he's lost.
Dave Ellis closing in on Jan Larsen. These two guys have built quite a decent gap over Nigel Lee. Ellis
Definite push to pass here. And the fastest lap.
That's nearly qualifying times here. Oh, faster than qualifying.
I think he's got the move stuck as well. Oh no, Larsen's still on the inside. Is Larsen going to come back with push to pass, I wonder? Ellis is covering the inside. Larsen outbrakes him. Can he get it slowed down? He gets it slowed down, but he's still not got the position.
Bit of contact there.
Ovey's got past Lee at some point as well, by the way, but Lee's coming back into turn 4. It's a great action already. We're only 15 minutes into the race. Andrew Jones is in the pit lane.
Yeah, we'll be seeing a lot of pit stops soon, I think. Window for pit stops is probably open for a two-stopper.
So Cooper's dropped back at least 10 seconds from Nigel Lee now.
Jones leaving the pit lane.
Kramer running in the back of Cooper here whilst he's being lapped. Not sure what that was all about. According to this, Jan Larsen's 7th. That can't be right.
It's just
Okay, that's strange.
This is going to go for the pass here.
Dave's not going to give him enough room on the inside. He's going to have to try the outside. Dave moves across to cover. Jan still can't find a way through though. Really is nothing to choose between these two so far. Whoa, Jan getting very out of shape. For those of you just joining, there will be highlights if you've missed anything, and we'll also upload the race to our Twitch and YouTube channels for you to view whenever. And so far, you should be watching this back.
Nigel Lee has also made his pit stop.
That he has. Richard Strom and yeah, Richard Strom has done so as well. So everyone's starting to spread out now that the stops have arrived. Top 6 are still yet to pit, which is Dave Ellis, Jan Larsen, Nick Ovey, Adrian Herrera, Chris Cooper, and it was Richard. Well, I'm confused now. But the top 5 that's not fitted, that makes more sense. But Nigel Lee's just got 6th back from Strong. Ellis and Larsen in. Larsen almost running in the back of Ellis on entry G.
Who can make it faster out of the pit lane? That's the question now.
Yeah.
Ellis already accelerating.
Oh, Ovey's coming at the same time as Ellis and he's had to queue. And he's going to be out before Larsen. Z leaves now. So where does that put those 3rd and 2nd? Herrera is the provisional leader at the minute.
Ellis is gonna come out alongside Kramer. Actually behind Kramer.
Kramer ran wide and stayed out of the way. Ooh, that was a bit close there. I do believe Herrera is making his way into pit lane. He is, which will give Ellis and Larsen their net 1st and 2nd. Herrera's got a decent lead over Nigel Lee, but I don't think he's going to beat him out. No, he's not. He might beat Strom out though for 6th. Here comes Lee and Ovey past the pit lane. Yeah, Lee and Ovey. Lee's gone through, where's Ovey? He goes through. And is out ahead of Strom quite comfortably. So, we are over halfway through this race now.
Cooper overtaking Strom there. Cooper now taking 6th position. Next car is 7 seconds, which is Adrian Guerrero.
And interestingly, Larsen was 0.7 quicker than Ellis on that last lap.
Yeah, it seems like last year really. Larsen seems to have a very good pace and does better timings on fresher tyres. But then as we go on further into the stint, it's Ellis who can keep a better pace.
Ovey's catching up Nigel Lee for 3rd here. Ovey was almost a second quicker on that last lap and set his personal best lap time as well. As Kramer comes in for his 2nd stop of the race.
Wow. 28 seconds between the leaders and Nigel Lee.
And here comes Ovey. 257 kbh down that pit straight there. Lee's deep into 1st turn. Can Ovey get it round the outside? He can. Lee's coming back now. Not quite room into turn 4.
Has he got a better exit though? It does seem like it. Ovey covers the inside. And it seems it worked for him. Is Lee going to use push to pass on the main straight?
If he's got it available, I'm sure he will, because he'll know that Ovey used his last lap. I think he's a bit too far back though. And whilst that's happening, Larsen is about to dive down inside into turn 4. He's got a good exit and he's almost running into the back of Ellis as well. Still can't find a way through. He's down the inside now. Ellis will have the inside line. Larsen tucks himself back in. Loses a bit more bodywork. Contact and a bit more. Larsen really wants to get past Ellis here. Trying the outside of turn 4. Is the space for both cars side by side? There is, but he's still not made the move. He's going to stick it around the outside, try and get the inside for the next corner. He's not done it though. Oh, he's still trying to find a way down the inside. Got Andrew Jones ahead of him, being lapped shortly. That could be Larsen's chance as he gives it a bit of a nudge to Ellis there. This is the closest battle on field right now. And Ellis should have the ability of push to pass this time around.
No contact that time. It's amazing how these guys are battling out and still building a gap to the cars behind. 29 seconds to Ovey.
Ellis moving over to cover the inside of turn 4 yet again. Larsen outbreaks him, tries for the outside. Can Larsen stick it around the outside? He may have the run on the inside into turn 6 if he does. He's not made it though. Chris Cooper's on a charge, setting the fastest lap of the race. Not quite the fastest lap of the race, third fastest lap. 1:37.3. We're already quicker than we were last season as well.
Larsen attacking Ellis again.
Down the start finish straight we go again. Larsen closing in. Ellis covering the inside of turn 1 yet again. And contact. Still no way through for Larsen. No, we can't be too far off the second round of pit stops actually.
I should think when there's about 15 minutes remaining, that will be the window open to get to the end.
Don't think Larsen's going to be close enough to make a move this lap. And no, he isn't.
rest of the drivers are pretty spread out now.
In fact, Ellis actually pulled out a gap on Larsen by 0.2 seconds that last lap.
Wow.
I know.
That's so going to be uncatchable at this stage of the race. Not. Ooh, Larsen on the inside.
He's been looking to do that for a few laps. Can he actually make it stick now? He's got the chance. Yes, he can. Or can he? I think he does make it stick. Ellis is trying the outside here. And in the inside and the final corner, there's contact between the two.
But Larsen stays ahead for now.
Ellis going straight through the pit exit and into the lead. So we're back to how we were just a lap ago. Larsen is coming down the inside into turn 4. Not quite.
Is he going to try the inside again?
I think Ellis might be wary of it, but Larsen's not going to stop having a go. Wow. That could have ended quite badly if he braked on the grass there. Really, there isn't a lot of action. Strom has just got past Herrera, who's pitting. In fact, Strom's pitting as well, so he doesn't get past. Andrew Jones is on his way out pit lane. Larsen straight down the inside into turn 1. That's from a long way back. Ellis is really having to defend this race.
On the outside now.
Can he stay there? He can arrive the inside into turn 7.
But Ellis on the inside now. Larsen blocks him. Ooh. Wow.
These guys have been going at this the entire race. Some rather impressive driving going on, I must say.
Here we go again. I don't think Ellis has crossed the pass this lap though.
He tries to move from quite a way back and takes first, so I think there's some traffic ahead of these guys. Kramer's up there. Larsen coming into turn 4 yet again. He's trying the inside line this time. And he takes the place. Ellis down the inside, is he? Yellow flag out there somewhere.
Ooh!
Because Jones is off.
Wow, that was close.
Ellis could have pushed the pass this time around. There's only 9 minutes and a bit to go. These guys are laughing at such a pace. Ovey's had a bad lap actually. 1 minute 49, I think he just pitted. Ellis deciding better of a turn 4 move as Larsen's almost round. It's a good job we didn't try and pick a winner before this race started, because we would have had one hell of a job.
Indeed.
Would have been nice to see Chris Cooper up there as well, but he's had a few spins which are taking him quite out of contention.
Well, he's still got a lot of races to...
Oh, Ellis
Whoa.
was a mistake there.
Yeah. Still got a few races to improve and battle out with Ellis and Larsen.
Front 2 pit, this is going to be a question. Has Ellis run out
Ellis,
of fuel?
Ellis is stopping, yeah.
Ellis has run out of fuel. He can't make it up the hill.
It's Ovey coming to the rescue. But this has clearly cost Ellis the race now.
Absolutely.
Ellis is all the way on the second sector.
Can Ovey give Ellis a return of favour from what we saw last season? Ovey is not even in the third sector yet. Ellis is kind of stuck halfway in the pit lane here. And no, that's it, Ellis has retired.
Wow.
So that is a surprise. That brings Nick Ovey into third. Nigel Lee is third.
No, Ovey's second
Nigel
now.
Lee? Yeah, Ovey is second, Nigel Lee is third. Chris Cooper fourth, Adrian Herrera will be fifth, followed by Richard Strom, Kramer and then Jones. So that's going to give Larsen a massive break with 6 minutes to go.
That's handed the victory to Larsen basically.
And an early 15-point lead as well.
And Chris Cooper could, after all the issues he's had.
Yeah, he's only 2 seconds off now. So that's going to leave Ellis with a lot of work to do for the rest of the season, and I think he'll have used his first drop point of the season as well.
Now, speaking about points, you could explain the new point system.
Yeah, I think I've got time to now. So new point system for season 2. First will get 15, second will get 11, and third will get 8. Followed by fourth will get 5, fifth will get 4, sixth will get 3, seventh will get 2, and eighth will get 1 point. And the drivers also got the option to drop 2 point scores across the entire season once it is finished. So, for example, if you miss a race, you can drop the point score on that, etc.
So basically, Ellis could drop out this race.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's not such a drama then, but problem is, he's lost a lot of points that he could have gained here.
That's the thing, and Larsen may eventually end up dropping 0 points across the entire season as well. It all depends what Larsen chooses to drop.
Well, he's not going to drop a victory, for example.
No, unless of course he wins all the races, and well, he's got no choice. Final 4 minutes then, and I think the battle we want to be looking at the minute is of course Chris Cooper and Nigel Lee for third.
Pace-wise, it goes to Cooper. But Lee seems to be making no mistakes this race.
No, Lee's had a solid race. And the be a good point haul for 5v5 Racing, who bought out BMC Motorsport at the end of last season. So that's where BMC Motorsport has gone. It's 0.7 between Lee and Cooper at the minute. 2 minutes to go.
And Lee has actually gone wide here.
Where is Lee going? This is going to be a chance for Cooper, surely. Give each other plenty of room. Cooper's still hanging it around the outside here, and does he take third? Not quite. Lee loses a bit more of his car, and Cooper takes third. Oh, Cooper is... Oh, never mind. Bit lag.
So that sorts that with 2 minutes remaining.
It might not just be sorted.
Question now is, can Cooper keep the pace and not make any more mistakes?
Remember, Cooper was the one that went right round at the exit at turn 5 on the first lap.
Yeah. I believe
So
this could be the final lap.
Where's Larsen? In the second sector.
They might get an extra lap then. Lee actually managing to keep Cooper's pace right now. So pressure's on.
It is indeed. Larsen's coming around the final corner. Is this the final lap? I don't think it will be, no. One more to go, I think.
So it is in fact going to be 30 laps.
That is a quick pace. Because I think we only managed 20 something last season.
I think Ovey's just going to make it through before the timer runs out. Yep.
Oh no, we did 30 laps last season as well.
Cooper across the line. Still
It's
one
not
more lap
finished,
to
though.
go.
Cooper's actually pulled out a 2-second gap on Lee now. And Cooper was the fastest car through that lap as well.
Did Lee make a small mistake somewhere?
He must have done. So this is a fun fact. Every single manufacturer will only have one car scoring this round.
And the fastest lap is going to go to Dave Ellis with a 1:37.0. And I believe the pole position lap time was 36.9.
Around that, I think.
So pretty much qualifying time.
Here comes Jan.
Across the line, takes the victory, started on pole, finishes the jinx on pole position on this track.
In this series.
Ovey's going to be second if he can go around the final bends into the straight.
Strom's picking up his first points this season. Kramer's finished. We're only going to have one retirement, which is Ellis, who ran out of fuel.
Ovey's
Ovey's run out of fuel.
run out.
Cooper takes second. Can Ovey get third before Lee comes round? He does.
Wow.
Team RLD with bad strategy in this race. Ovey only just making it round.
Seems RLD's budget on fuel is not as high as it should be.
Cooper is going to be rather pleased with second, I think, after the race he's had. We're just waiting for Herrera to finish 5th. And there was you saying that Ovey's going to take 3rd. Cross the line, Herrera comes 5th and takes home a good chunk of points as well. And that is everybody finished. Which gives us a very explosive start.
Indeed, what a race. Jan Larsen battling with Ellis pretty much the entire race. Ellis running out of fuel. And then there was Lee and Cooper fighting for the final spot on the podium. And then Ovey runs out of fuel, so Cooper takes second.
Yeah, I don't think seen anything quite as crazy as that. Certainly a good race for those that were watching. I enjoyed that one. That was a good start to the season.
It sure was. So next race will be in 7 days.
Yep, 7 days.
We're going over to
We will be going over to the Brasilia Stock Car track, which is, according to James Reed, as close to an oval as you'll get this season.
well, that should be interesting.
Very fast track as well, possibly a interesting fuel strategy to come from that.
No pun intended. So, thanks for joining us, and next on the schedule before the next race of RCL GSC is tomorrow's DTM of F1 Mallorca at 10 o'clock British summer time.
Yep.
So we'll see you all then. Thanks for joining us, and see you all soon.